Focus is not something you magically wake up with one day. It is built slowly and painfully through choices you make every single day. Most people think they lack focus, but the truth is they lack control. Their minds are constantly being pulled in 100 directions by notifications, opinions, fears, and cheap entertainment. A focused mind is not busy. A focused mind is quiet, and silence is something most people are afraid of. The first step toward mental focus is understanding that your attention is your most valuable asset. Whatever you give your attention to grows. When you constantly react to your phone, to social media, to messages, you train your brain to be reactive instead of intentional. Over time, this destroys your ability to concentrate. Focus begins when you stop, allowing everything around you to decide what deserves your attention. You must decide that yourself. Your environment shapes your mind more than motivation ever will. If you sit in a room full of distractions, your brain will look for distraction. If your phone is beside you, your mind will keep reaching for it, even if you don't touch it. Focused people design their environment so that distraction is difficult and concentration is easy. They don't rely on willpower. They remove temptation. This is not weakness. This is intelligence. Mental focus is a skill, and like any skill, it requires training. You wouldn't expect to lift heavy weight without training your muscles. Yet people expect deep focus without training their minds. At first, your attention will wander. That's normal. The goal is not perfection. The goal is improvement. Each time you bring your attention back to the task, you strengthen your focus. Over time, what was once difficult becomes natural. One of the biggest enemies of focus is mental clutter. When your mind is full of unresolved thoughts, worries, and vague goals, it becomes impossible to concentrate. A clear mind comes from clarity. Before you begin any task, you must know exactly what you are doing and why you are doing it. Vague intentions create weak focus. Clear intentions create sharp attention. When your mind knows the target, it locks in. Another silent killer of focus is overstimulation. Constant entertainment, fast content, and instant rewards train your brain to expect pleasure without effort. This makes normal work feel boring and unbearable. Focus requires the ability to tolerate discomfort. It requires you to stay with a task even when it stops being exciting. When you constantly escape boredom, you weaken your mind. When you sit with boredom, you strengthen it. Discipline is the foundation of focus.